Have you ever procrastinated? Maybe you're procrastinating right now. Perhaps you just typed in how to stop procrastinating on the YouTube search when you're supposed to be doing an assignment 2-3 days ago. Then you did a Google search, you read some shitty WikiHow as a desperate last resort, then you watched about 10 or 20 PewDiePie videos and pretty much gave up at this point, and here you are on this video right now. Listen, I understand procrastination on a very personal level. I'm not gonna stand here and scold you for it because honestly, it has basically been my life for the last 8 years. Whether it's waiting the literal last minute to do a project for school, or promising a consistent upload schedule but actually uploading once a month because I'd rather hang on Discord all day and binge watch Vsauce Michael Here's new YouTube Red exclusive with my friends instead of editing a video I only finished the first 30 seconds of that was supposed to be out 2 weeks ago. So today I want to talk about procrastination. Why do we do it? Where does it come from? And most importantly, how can we stop it? But before I go into that about my thoughts on procrastination, I want to invite a few people to talk about their experiences with it and kind of share how it affects them and what they think you can do to stop it. Or can you?
How do I feel about procrastination? Well, personally, I believe it's healthy to do it every once in a while. Sometimes I even go weeks without working on anything just because I feel like absolute ass and need to relax. So how do I manage to release new videos and schedule every week? Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, basically, I accept the fact I may want to procrastinate in the future. So when I am feeling creative, I try to put all of my creativity into as many videos as possible within a short time period into a scheduled backlog. So then after that, once I'm feeling tired out from video making, I can fuck around with my buddies for a couple weeks. Hell, I even say it in my channel about section for crying out loud. So essentially, if you want to be procrastination, you have to accept it as a part of your life.
Coming from someone who's suffered it for a long time, I'll say that procrastination is one of those human instincts and habits that is extremely hard to deal with. It's usually really easy to just put off your priorities for a later time and just do whatever's in your comfort zone. But there's always that feeling of regret where you could have done something more worthwhile with your time. I'd really hate having to deal with occasional existential crises where I'd have to either sleep or pull an all-nighter the day before final. It's pretty ironic that over time this bad habit tends to get a whole lot worse than you'd expect, to the point where your sleeping and eating habits eventually go down the drain. We've always longed to get rid of it, but let's be honest here, it's so hard. People say that we can't really get anywhere when we're like couch potatoes, and I'd honestly have to agree with them. We'd never really make any progress if we were counterproductive most of the time. But if we can deal with procrastination and somehow pop that bubble on the border of our comfort zone, there's always plenty of time to procrastinate later. Subscribe to Bob for more videos.
How's it going, guys? I'm Truffle. Procrastination has never really affected me that much in life, seeing as when I used to take tests and such, I usually never studied at all, much less study on the last day for the test, because I usually could just pass it pretty much with no background knowledge besides taking the class on the certain subject. However, I am aware that procrastination seems to be a very large problem, both socially and mentally. Say if you have a test and you need to study the night before so that you can be brushed up on it, the procrastination aspect of that would be to not go to bed at your usual time, instead cram and stay up all night studying for that test. I think procrastination in our everyday lives could probably be dealt with just putting more time into things, and along with time you could also put more effort into things. And although it takes longer, the outcome is usually much better in quality and efficiency.
Alright, now my thoughts on procrastination. All this is going to be entirely relatable because I am a college student. Because see, when you get to college, you tend to have more freedom and more free time because there aren't homeworks due on the daily basis. It's just a long-term thing when you know where certain things are due later on in the term. So with me, procrastination is probably the biggest thing that I know. Though procrastination is a good yet bad thing, you need to remember that one of the quotes from God knows what fucking president was something along the lines of, if I had to choose between a man that works hard on the daily basis and gets things done and a lazy individual, I would choose the lazy individual because he knows how to get things done in a short amount of time. Now, how do you exactly deal with procrastination? Well, here's the thing. No one can really deal with it. It's embedded in all of us. Shut the fuck up. But how to deal with it? Just set goals for yourself. If you have that fear of getting something done and you know you need to get it done, then don't feed into that fear and just continue to let it slide. The more you practice it, the more you'll get that good feeling of, oh shit, I completed this early. And that good feeling will continue to come as you continue to do that. So practice not procrastinating, just do your shit. And you'll feel better. We're probably letting some dead president down.
Procrastination, the avoidance of doing a task that needs to be accomplished. Basically the definition of my entire life. Whether it be homework, teaching myself Japanese, or making YouTube videos. I can never quite escape it since the day I got my first homework assignment when I was 7 years old. So how about we look at this from a scientific perspective? 'Cause why not? Because maybe if we think about why it happens, maybe we can learn how to stop it. For example, what happens in the brain that causes us to not do our work when we're supposed to? Well, when you procrastinate, I learned that there's two parts of the brain that control whether or not you're going to do your homework or, well, nah. One part of the brain is the prefrontal cortex. This is the part of the brain that really thinks you should get that homework done, because if you don't, you probably won't go to college, and you're probably going to disappoint your parents if you skip your homework again. However, the other part is the limbic system. The limbic system is the part of your brain that wants to refresh Twitter every 3 seconds, or watch YouTube videos, or make a Jacksepticeye. See, now here's the problem. Pretty much all humans are cursed with what we have. That is the brain. And the fact that the limbic system is directly connected to our pleasure center, meaning our brains crave procrastination and will put more energy towards doing something you shouldn't be doing. What an inconvenience that is. So how do we stop it? You don't. Unfortunately, as humans, unless you were to rip the pleasure center out of your brain, you can't really stop procrastinating. You'll probably do it again. Hell, you might be doing it right now. But there are ways you can control it. Like the voices in your head. I feel like there are 3 things you can do when it comes to procrastinating. Option 1 is to remove distractions. This would be removing any sort of distractions from your environment while you're doing your work. For example, silencing your phone, turning off your computer, or if you're a hardcore book reader, lock those books away. Really just anything that could distract you, just put it away. Simple as that, right? If you're like me, simply putting away your phone isn't going to stop you from picking it up again. Well, how about option 2? Option 2, just go with the flow and accept it as a part of your life. Basically, this is trusting your brain in a sense. Telling yourself, okay, I know I'm going to procrastinate, but I'm also going to get work done. While this is a good mindset, it can also be flawed because, of course, you're still procrastinating. And depending on each individual person, this mindset could be great or it could be absolutely horrible. Personally, for me, this is the mindset I go with. Some days I feel like working, other days I don't. But sometimes you gotta push yourself to work a little bit. You gotta think about the positives that will come out of getting this video done, having a decent upload schedule that people can look forward to. Honestly, it's something I've wanted to do for years now, and now I'm finally standing here with, albeit a small audience, it's still an audience of my own to talk about the things I love talking about. It's actually a really nice feeling, and I guess a good way of procrastinating less is to have a source of motivation. For me, I guess it's you watching this video right now. I know it sounds really stupid, but it's true. So thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, the chance to gain some confidence and actually push myself to work on something I'm super passionate about. But honestly, I have no idea how to find motivation to do homework these days. Like, it used to be like getting good grades, but nah, I just don't know. I guess college, but even then, there's a lot of things in life that you gotta kind of just push yourself to do. So, I guess while this is one of the most generic statements on the planet, I still stick by believe in yourself, because I think we all need a little bit of that once in a while, especially when we're contemplating whether any of what we're doing is worth it. I say just try your best and hope for the best. And yeah, that's basically what I think about that, yeah. Anyway, there's still a third option. I guess if neither of these options work for you, then just murder your family and friends so that you will never be happy again and have more free time to get your work done. But yeah, thanks for watching. If there's anything you take out of this video, it's that procrastination is a part of all of our lives, and we all have to deal with it. But everyone has their own special ways of coping with the curse of our brains that is procrastination, and that's really all that matters. Basically, take some time to realize if you're lazy or if you're a hard worker. Then use that knowledge to better yourself in the eyes of procrastination. Because once you can learn to understand it better, perhaps you can control it. But unfortunately, we can never quite stop it. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like. Maybe leave a comment about how you deal with procrastination. And as always, good vibes, everyone.